Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the Raw preview for October 12th, 2015. As you can remember, last week on Monday Night Raw, we saw The New Day holding its own by, starting out by beating up Dolph Ziggler, only for Dolph Ziggler to return during the John Cena Open Challenge as Biggie Langston and John Cena were having a match. Dolph Ziggler came running down to the ring during the time of trying to clear the ring of The New Day. Basically, John Cena ended up on the wrong end of a super kick from Dolph Ziggler, and The New Day lived to fight another day as they beat up the Dudleys, they beat up Ziggler. Ziggler left Cena laying. It sort of showed a new destructive side of The New Day. As we lead towards Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, and you go to WWE.com and you look at the Raw 5-point preview, you can tell that a lot of Monday night is going to be built around The New Day. If you can remember, 2 weeks ago, as John Cena had the United States Open Challenge, Xavier Woods came from the back, answering the challenge with the John Cena, I always screw up what the hell the name of his instrument is. It's not a tuba. It's the big old, whatever the heck thing is that he's working off as he comes down to the ring. And, it's worked for him. It's really a trombone or trombone bigger. I don't know. I'm not going to waste any more time with this. But, they found ways to use this as a weapon inside the matches. They've used it as comedy, relief on the outside during the matches, playing different things. But we've seen, since then, The New Day basically saying, we're coming for those championships. And I think that, when it comes down to the John Cena United States Open Challenge on Monday Night Raw, it's going to be none other than Kofi Kingston answering the challenge. We've seen John, he was able to beat Xavier. Xavier sort of never had a chance in that match. Biggie Langston was the guy that I think a lot of people had their fingers crossed, whether if you're a Cena hater or just a New Day lover or, thinking of maybe this is a way to really get this guy going. If you listen to the New Day, whether if they were on Table for Three or the Chris Jericho podcast, talking about putting together this group and what they believe this is going to be, they didn't want to just be another three-man tag team, working six-man tags and, taking one guy out and working tag team matches, it's just sort of being at the bottom of the WWE. They were trying to sort of evolve as a group, that when they first joined together, people thought they were going to be the new nation of domination, but sort of what they wanted to do was sort of have a team that was going to be holding its own inside of the tag team division, and then sort of have somebody bouncing around, maybe having a singles feud or just being used in another match. You look back at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, you had Kofi Kingston wrestling inside the Money in the Bank actual match, and then you had Biggie Langston and Xavier Woods wrestling in a tag match that night, sort of highlighting, The New Day all over the card, basically, evolving and being able to do anything that they need to do. In this match, I would not be surprised if this is the night that Kofi Kingston wins the United States Open Challenge. And I think a lot of people know that John Cena is going to be taking a leave of absence from WWE come Hell in the Cell. I don't know if, where Dolph Ziggler plays into this. I don't know if Dolph Ziggler and John are fixing to have a feud once he comes back over Nikki Bella, playing up for the Total Divas crowd. I think that honestly, if you do the title switch with Kofi Kingston and John Cena, you could have the Hell in the Cell match be, well, not Hell in the Cell, but the match at Hell in the Cell be for a rematch of, Kofi going up one-on-one against the New Day. If you are trying to make the New Day look as a destructive team, maybe you have them beat down John Cena, or maybe if you're trying to make this be a real overlaying sort of deal, where it's the whole deal of, John and Nikki, Nikki and Dolph, John and Dolph. Maybe, Dolph comes down to this match tomorrow night. He tries to help out John by helping, sort of get something over on the New Day, who helped beat him up last week, taking him out of the United States Open Challenge. and then basically cause John to lose the match, which basically John still has the storyline on Monday Night Raw set up against the New Day, but there's this sort of underground tones that's probably going to play into Total Divas, where it's John versus Dolph, Dolph versus John. Dolph is butting his nose into John's matches because he wants, John to know that he's coming after his girl, and, he wants his life, and that's what he's looking for. So we'll have to see if this is the Total Divas angle or if this is a real WWE angle. Lots of questions still out there about John Cena's leave of absence following Hell in a Cell, which is coming up sooner than later, and there doesn't look like a big overlooming storyline to build to for John's leave of absence.